We all want to know who wins at the end, just like everybody wants to know who wins, Kong or Godzilla. And that leads me to our feature story of the night. Says no.
What? To what?
Here's like no.
Great.
Anyways, already going a little late, but here's our last topic for the night. Talking about Kong X Godzilla, and this is coming out. The new trailer just dropped for the new Empire, and it's like, I don't know, it's like the 38th Godzilla movie, everybody.
38?
That is, there's never enough.
What?
Let's keep it going.
No, 38. The first one came out in 1954. Let's put them all
Don't
together.
forget the new Japanese sequel coming out too.
Yeah, there's also
It's
that
out
minus
right
one.
now.
The minus
Godzilla
one just
Minus
came
One.
out.
It's got 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. Godzilla Minus
Yeah,
One.
it does.
Well, that's what this big conversation is really about. I mean, the trailer did come out, so we can talk about the trailer. I was going to watch it, but we can talk about the trailer. But the trailer came out, and so there's Godzilla Minus One. There's also the whole series on Apple TV Plus. We have the Monarch series as well. So there's a lot of Godzilla stuff coming out right now. I actually like it. I actually like quite a bit. But the question I would put out there to everybody is it too much Godzilla at once?
No,
it's just one X.
Never.
Yeah,
never.
It's just what is it?
One X.
Legendary Films is doing this. Of course, they had the whole issue back when they released the last Godzilla and Kong, where they took it right to Max, and instead of just going to theaters, and they had this whole thing. Legendary was pissed. They were trying to sue, HBO. So there's a lot of issues that went. The last one didn't do as well. This one might do really good. I know they are. Yeah, they love each other. They do love each other. Hugs and kisses.
I want to see them holding hands.
Why isn't that the sequel? Why are we not doing that? They're like frolicking together and hugging and playing in the sand. I don't know.
There was a baby Godzilla in the trailer, so maybe.
Baby Kong.
Baby Kong. I'm sorry.
Baby Kong. There's been some hatred for this trailer too. I think because Minus One just came out, so everyone, that looks like an awesome Godzilla movie from back in the day.
I know, it's hard to not switch them.
I know, and this one looks to me, I'm like, I don't know. It's cool, but I'm not sold on this trailer. I'm not sold on this franchise moving forward. I love Monarch. I'm just not sold on this. Hey, Jacob, you're already saying about all this that you love that there's more Godzilla. You can't get enough.
Yeah.
Are you sold?
I'm biased. I'll say it off the bat. Oh, fuck yeah, I want to see it. I'm going to go pay money, watch it in the theater. They can take all my fucking money. I'm going to take my kid to go see it. It's the one movie that me and him really bond over is all the Godzillas. And we watched the old, the Tokyo, back in the day, the 60s ones. He loves watching, Godzilla just crushing little towns and stuff. It's great. And the new series, I really love what there he is. That's the one. And I love what they've done with the new movies. I really, really loved King Kong versus Godzilla. I thought it was excellent. I loved all the new stuff with Godzilla recently. And at the same time, I also love the actual Japanese Godzilla films that have been coming out. Shin Godzilla was fan-fucking-tastic. For half the movie, he was like a tar monster. He was melting in toxic waste until he finally fully formed and mutated into what he is. And I believe Minus One is supposed to be a continuation of that. I could be wrong. I haven't seen it yet, but I am excited to hear that it's out because that's exactly what I'm going to go watch when we get off the air. I love Godzilla. I'm not even wearing my hat tonight, so I apologize. I don't have my shirt on. I should have prepared better, but yes, I love Godzilla.
Of that.
It's not. Well, that's okay. I'll still watch it. I think they're doing a reboot of their own. They're trying to revamp their series as well. And I also really like Monarch. I think it's great because it doesn't really focus on Godzilla so much as it focuses on all the giant Titans, the kaiju monsters that are out there. It focuses on the Titans, and it talks about them being aware that these creatures exist. And over time, you start to realize Godzilla is sort of the savior of planet Earth. He doesn't really give a fuck about us being there, but he will keep the monsters from fully destroying it while he's still going to fuck some shit up in the process. But this is his motherfucking home. So fuck off. And apparently him and King Kong, they have this little buddy thing going on, and I'm cool with that. I'll watch it. I think it's also awesome that they gave a giant, 1,000-foot tall fucking gorilla a goddamn axe. That's fucking cool. Who doesn't like that shit? It gets fucking out there. And what's great is the and I can't remember if it's the Shin era or the Toho era, but the era in the 80s is when the Godzilla movies, they revamped them, made it for a more mature audience. They try to give it a little edgier look to it. They started getting wild and crazy with their sequels and their series. So I think it's awesome that what we're doing with our American version of it is kind of continuing that nod of being fuck it, give King Kong a fucking axe. Let's turn Godzilla's flame to pink now. I love my fucking pink. Let's fucking do it. I'm here for it. They can take my money all goddamn day. You can't go wrong because it's a movie about giant fucking monsters fighting each other. You can't go wrong. Just have them fuck shit up. I'm here for it. That's it. And it's cool to anyone who doesn't like Godzilla. I can respect that. I can understand that. To anyone who doesn't enjoy these films, I'm sorry. I can understand that, but I fucking love it and I'm here for it 100%. Take my fucking money.
We're gonna go to the opposite spectrum here. Sabrina, do you want to see this movie? Do you feel as psyched as Kay Jacob is right now? Because I know you've been talking about the minus one trailer. She liked the minus one trailer. We talked about that, and then I played this trailer for her. And what are your thoughts, Sabrina? You see the trailer? You see that it's out there? Do you like this? Do you think?
First of all, the trailer, whoever was narrating, I wanted to punch in the face. Number one. Number two, aside from the annoying voice that was talking, was, aside from the person who was hurting my ears, the trailer was just so subpar in comparison to Godzilla Minus One. Like, there was a moment in the Godzilla, I haven't seen it yet, but in Godzilla Minus One, where like the fucking Colossus Rex saw it, he said he highly recommends it. He also said it was really good. But there's a moment where like you see, Godzilla's back, and like each one of his whatever. What are those things called? Like
the spikes.
Spikes, yeah.
Sure. I don't think that's technically what they're called, but yeah, the spikes. Like it was like each one came up one by one. It was like shh, 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 with the music, and it went all the way up to the fucking back of his neck, and I was like, yo, that shit looks fucking dope. Now they did like a ish version of that in the Kong Godzilla trailer, with the pink gamma rays. Like, I don't know, it just seemed like the Godzilla Minus One trailer versus this trailer was like not even a comparison. It looked like a B movie in comparison to what looked like it was going to be amazing. And I know people don't want to like read subtitles, and that like could be annoying for you, but like let's remember Parasite, which was super amazing and won all of the Oscars. True. And you had to read subtitles. So I don't know. I'm much more inclined to go see Godzilla Minus One. This seems like, he's got the fucking robo arm. There's like a whole nother group of like, is there like a shit ton of Godzillas? A shit ton of
like a bunch of Kongs, and like a rogue Kong that's going to be trying to kill them all.
A rogue angry Kong, and like
there's Son of Kong
team up to fight the other guy. I don't know. It just seemed very convoluted, and whatever that bitch's fucking deal was who was narrating, I am going to hard pass on her. So I don't
remember he's a Titan. They exist. There's multiple.
I don't think that there's like 100 of them though. Like there's not 50.
Well, we thought he was the last one, but we thought he was the last one because it showed his family and all them dead in the last one. So you think that they're extinct, both Godzilla and Kong, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like over time they're gonna find more. They're out there. They're not really extinct.
I know, but this looks like
the last of their kind.
This looks like a whole island of Kongs. Like it's a little confusing.
And it probably is because you have Son of Kong. It's an original movie from the. It was actually one of the sequels that followed the original King Kong from the.
I'm just saying the Japanese films I feel like are much better and more well thought out and more like true to things than the American versions. Like I just don't feel like they do as much justice as could be done, to the franchise.
Sabrina, I apologize. It's called Spines. It's not Spikes. I'm sorry. It's the
Thank
Spines.
You, Spines. But I know. Well, very close actually.
But the cast, you got Dan Stevens coming in, Fala Chen coming in for new characters. You also got a bunch of characters from the last one coming back too. So I think fans of that would be pretty excited.
Tangerine's in there. I'm excited about him. Yeah, he's amazing.
He's great. He's freaking great.
And I will say this: as excited as I am about this new one coming out, I'm more excited about Minus One because I'm telling you, the Japanese Godzilla films are on fucking point. If you have not seen Shin Godzilla, please watch it. Like I said, he's a tar monster. Like he's melting and forming from this toxic fucking waste, like the nuclear powers that it shows him evolution. Like the first half of the movie, he's a fucking killer blob. It's insane. It's so fucking cool. And he leaves a trail of toxic waste, so it's even more devastating because there's just thousands of people and the cities that he's obliterating left and nuclear toxic waste everywhere. So like people are just dead, dead. They're fucked. He's super fucked up. I'm sorry
Nick
to keep
was in the chat sometimes. Like Nick is obsessed with like these movies, and Shin Godzilla was his favorite Godzilla movie, and he just saw Godzilla Minus One. And he said, "Now this is his favorite." He said it's only one of two of these monster movies, all inclusive, not just Godzilla, that he's actually cared about the human characters. So I think that there's a lot to be said about the relationship. I'm
happy to see great reviews in the chat. Thank you guys. I'm really stoked to go watch this.
Yeah,
Thank you 100%. So much.
Oh, how you feeling about the Godzilla franchise in general? We have, the Apple TV Plus series. We have this movie. Like they were talking about Minus One. Are you excited about this resurgence of all these monster movies, or do you think it's too much at one time?
I'm kind of in the middle between Sabrina and Jacob because if this is a direct sequel to the last Kong and Godzilla film, it
not. It is the Godzilla Kong.
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Shin Godzilla. You're absolutely correct.
This one is a sequel.
My bad.
Okay, I saw that one when it came to HBO Max and it was released directly on there, and I could not tell you the plot of that film. It was just so not for me. Like, I watched it and I don't remember anything that happened. Minus One gets me really excited, so I'm very leaning towards the Japanese versions of this because they seem to understand the character and the way that this monster needs to be utilized correctly, as opposed to what America's doing, which is I don't know what they're doing. I haven't seen the trailer for this new one. It just if it is a sequel, I'm not excited. But I'll check it. I'll check this trailer out. But Minus One, I'm definitely going to go see that in the theater. I don't. As far as like too much material, no, I don't feel it's too much right now. I'm definitely excited to see the one that's on Apple. Monolith. Is that what it's called?
Monarch, yeah.
Monarch.
Yeah, it's great. Two
I'm
words,
definitely
man.
excited to see
Kurt
that.
fucking Russell. 3 words. Kurt
Russell and Kurt Russell playing an older version of Wyatt Russell, his son.
Yes, they're
brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. Again, if you get the characters, the human characters right, I think that it elevates everything else about Godzilla or King Kong. But unfortunately, that's not the case for most of these films. I remember Kong Skull Island was really well done. I really enjoyed that. But I remember the characters more than anything. No. Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson were in that one. And I remember the
Jack
characters.
Black
I remember
that was the Peter Jackson King Kong remake.
Peter Jackson, yes.
Yeah, Skull Island was
Brie Larson can
fantastic.
fuck herself one more time, just to be clear.
Yeah, fuck Brie Larson.
Zach, what up, Zach?
Sorry,
I was gonna
I'm like, where do you go?
had to pee.
Yeah, I'm with Queen on this one. I'll watch
make more Godzilla stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch it. I just hope it's good. That's all I want. I want good films. I don't care if you make 100 Godzilla films in a year. If they're all great.
I want it to be good too. I really want it to be good.
Oh, I want it to be good as well. Just to clarify, I do want it to be good, but I'll still enjoy it because I'm a sucker.
Any movie I go to watch, I want to be good. Like, why? That's the weirdest statement I've ever heard. Of course you want it to be good. Like, I mean, isn't that what we hope when we go and spend money on a movie and sit down and watch it? We're not like, oh, I hope this is a piece of shit. Like, that's ridiculous.
Well, no. What I mean
I
is,
like the 99 Matthew Broderick Godzilla. That's what got me into those movies, and I realized that there's so much better ones out there. So to be fair, that was my introduction, and I was like, holy shit, this is cool. And I was like, God, that's dog shit. These are fucking cool. But I still like it because it got me started.
When I said, I want them to be good, of course, yes. But what I mean is they could release 100 of them and I wouldn't get tired of them if they were good. Because it's like Marvel films. If they release a lot of Marvel stuff like they did in the last couple of years and they were all 100% like Winter Soldier, then nobody would be tired of Marvel films. They would be talking about
the odds of that happening are pretty much 1%. And that's being
at this point, yes. At this point, yes, but it wasn't always like that. Like they were releasing after Avengers. It seemed like every other movie, if not every movie, was like an excellent, interpretation of the comic book. But now it seems like they are just all over the fucking place. So I just hope the Godzilla films are great. I don't have a lot of high hopes for this one, especially since you were saying, Brian, that the trailer doesn't do anything for me.
It doesn't. Yeah. I mean, there is some good stuff in it, but I'm just like,
wait. I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but I have a quick question because Queen said, "Has anyone seen Bambi Meets Godzilla?" Which
I have not seen that.
I saw that too, but I have not seen that movie.
But it was very entertaining considering its length. Like you both have seen this movie. Has anyone else seen
No, I have not seen it. I saw it in the chat. What she said, I was like, "This is new to me.
This is real."
I didn't think it was real. I
don't know. We have someone else corroborating Colossus Rex. Like, is that really a thing? I'm gonna get on that immediately.
Right. I also want to point out too, I am
the smartest one in the room.
Guys, the trailer alone, I'm not worried about the trailer because so far the Godzilla franchise, the American one, has not disappointed me. I've really enjoyed all of them. I think King of Monsters is the best one by far, and I thoroughly enjoyed Godzilla versus King Kong because, like I said, they gave Kong a giant fucking axe, and you had Mecha Godzilla in it. So, like, I'm totally down for this new movie. So I still have high hopes. I'm going into it with high hopes. I always go into everything with high hopes and low expectations because that's how I enjoy the garbage that I watch. So I'm here for it. I'm not going to be disappointed until I actually get a chance to see it. And if it isn't that great, whatever. I got 4 other amazing fucking films that I can keep watching that came out before it. And you know what? Even if it's not that great, they're going to make another one, and I'm here for it. Because you still haven't done Son of Kong, and you still haven't done Baby Godzilla.
Well, that's probably what they're going to build up to Son of Kong. They show like Baby
they
Kong
show
in
the
there,
baby
so
at the end.
maybe it ties in a little bit. I don't know. You got the Red Kong, regular Kong, and you got Godzilla with pink Godzilla. But to me, it looks cool. Like the special effects look great.
Do some more research.
But to me, overall, I'm like, Godzuki. I
want Godzilla versus Archie.
Well, that was
Let's do that.
That was the Hanna-Barbera version, apparently, or maybe I don't know. It's a question. I wish you guys are so fucking
Very
smart
knowledgeable
in the chat. Jesus.
But I have to say, this is not going to be the end of the Godzilla movies and the Kong movies and all this. I guarantee they're going to keep coming. I mean, it's the same thing we're saying, like Paul was saying about Marvel. It's like a franchise they're building on. They're making a lot of money doing it, and they're having fun apparently making it. So more coming. The trailer's out. Check it out after this. Put a link into it after this. But I'm so excited that I'm excited that's a movie that's happening. I'm excited about Godzilla, but I want it to be good.